So regarding things that aren't working, letting them go, seen this a lot, and you would get a lot of times people trying to make changes to heal, whether it's a musculoskeletal injury or whether it's some sort of an immune concern or some other output of the body that they're not okay with. I don't feel good kind of stuff, right? I don't feel good. I want different. And we try to cover all our bases by doing all the treatments, by doing all the stuff, by staying in everything, just doing it all. And somewhere we'll hit. Something's bound to hit, something's bound to be successful, something's bound to work. And by that, I should be good. I'll get there. And it's actually kind of cool to see that because it's good and bad where you see the human being is relentless in spending energy. We have all this energy and we're okay with doing work. We have this capacity to do so much, but we just throw it into directions that are just pushing a wall. And then on the other end of things, when you look at why holding on to things, because when your first step is, okay, to move forward, you're going to have to cut out these treatments. To move forward, you're going to have to cut out this. To move forward, you're going to have to see, you're not going to be able to engage with that. To move forward, and it's like, wait, what? It's such a shock because it's become so much a part of us. Our treatments, our therapies, our gadgets, our bag of tricks, our patterns, our feelings, our habits, our behaviors, our people. And then when you're told, or you even consider, or you even think about letting any of that go, even for the short term, if it's not something that you can just leave or let go or cut off, but you have to decrease exposure to stimulus to put yourself in a position to be able to even handle it. And you see that all the time with like nourishment or light or movement, some of the simpler things. Can't keep doing what, if you're don't have the capacity to walk, you're not gonna be able to walk for 2 or 3 months until you gain the capacity to earn back that, and then that's gonna be your test. It's common sense. We use it all the time in sports. You can't play basketball, you can't surf, you can't throw a ball. So apply that to everything, but sometimes it's not a desire to want to leave, and that could be with other people, right? Relationships specifically, but if it's not working, it doesn't work. And that's how I've come to where I'm at now, why I'm able to state what I state, is because you see what works and what doesn't work. And you go in, and that's why the power of going all in. You will see clearly what is effective and what doesn't work. And when I say work, it means it works all the time. It works to heal this scenario. It works to put you in a position to understand that scenario. It puts you in a position to heal that. It puts you in a position to heal. It always, 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 always works. Not but I felt good for a period of time. And then what? And then everything came back again. Then it didn't work. And you see that all the time in the trends going around in medicine. And then you can see it in relationships. If you're the one, fighting to react a certain way that you've reacted for 50 years. Okay, it worked for the short time because you didn't get exposed and you didn't have to do any work. You didn't have to have that conversation. But now what? Oh, we're back to where we started. Or, you're fighting for a person who continues to do this and it's not changing. So it's not working. But what works. That's what's great about the body. And it will leave clues. There'll be clues around the success of what works. And that's why I can wholeheartedly say, and it was a hard conversation to have early on in the career, especially when you're working with pro athletes or you're working with people who have a team of specialists. And it's just, you can't have all these inputs all at once, antagonizing, all these things and people picking scabs, and you're coming in upset at scabs, frustrated with scabs, done with having scabs. You want scabs to heal, finish, and be done. But you keep picking them. All these other people keep picking them. These treatments and gadgets and tricks and hacks and supplements and therapies and professions and specialists and buildings and programs and fixes, they keep picking the scabs, and scabs come in all sorts of forms. And so it can be very mind bending and exhausting when we expect a result and we're wondering why the body would keep forming scabs, so to speak. And then we blame the body and we blame the scab. And that's unfortunate, because the body and the scab are perfection. Why are you getting cut? Why are you putting yourself into a position to get cut? Why aren't you equipped to have maybe a piece of clothing that would prevent you from getting cut? Or what did the cut teach you along the way? And it's not just solve, cut, move forward, cut. Heal, cut. That's part of the lessons with the hugeness of the lesson of healing true is the wisdom that comes with it. And if it's wisdom without a changing body, that's a completely other scenario that's not going to hold too long. And that's where we have like, oh yeah, I learned a lot from that, but did you make any changes? No. And then we have the same response, but you are like the master of that fucking thing. And you see that a lot. Or we see just body changes to fix. Look how good I am at, putting cups underneath to catch the blood as I'm continuing to bleed. Okay, you're an expert at catching the blood from your cuts. Why are you getting cut? I have no idea. So, what doesn't work has to be let go. And when it does, you will feel more, you will observe more, and then you'll have a starting point an accurate starting point as to what the next step is. But it's one of the hardest things to do, because as I said, it becomes our identity, and you're letting your identity go. This thing that was safe, this thing that had you be unique in your way, and it's fighting for a limitation, really is what it is. Not letting that go to move forward, however you see fit. But again, as I said, what works all the time. Not works in your 20s, works in your 30s, works in your 40s. Works when you have a lot of energy, works when you have a lot of money, works when you have a lot of time, works when you have a lot of education. No, it just works all the time, every time, without fail. And that's how we can confidently go into an unknown future, is to know that body is never going to lie. It's going to tell the truth. It's always here for us, and it's ready to adapt to the changes that we give it. Adapt up, not just adapt to pacify or adapt to manage. No, we're better than that. We wouldn't have made it this far. So head into the unknown. Got to feel more.